We could go over time. We could go faster than wine. When you put your body on mine and collide. Hello, my little chickadees. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nisa Pisa, and this is my series, Window Shopping. It's business as usual over here at the Inch Factory. I gave myself these little tiny curly bangs, and I don't know how to act. It's November 29th. The holiday season is in full swing, and it's almost gift-giving time. But it's not close enough to gift-giving time that I'm thinking about shopping for other people yet. I'm still just thinking about number one over here. Me! And I was sitting on my computer earlier and I was thinking to myself, well, golly gee, wouldn't it be nice to have a fun new outfit for the holiday parties I'm going to be invited to any second now? I'm sure of it. So I decided to go to my favorite fast fashion website, ASOS.co.uk. And then I thought, wait a second, why am I doing this for free $99 when I could be doing it for instead? So come along with me, why don't you? Let's window shop ASOS together. Again! Oh dang, already. I have thoughts. Low-key, this looks like they took a regular jacket and doused it in ferro fluid. That's kind of hard. I do like that. I've never owned a fur coat, faux or real, but oh my God, thoughts. Something about it I do find kind of chic. When I was in high school, thoughts. I used to go to the Saks Fifth Avenue in the Prudential Center Mall, and I used to go up to the second floor where they had the fur coats, and I would just rub on them with my hands. I would stroke them with my hands. Pieces Curve quilted lightweight jacket in khaki green for $81. Okay, it do look spacious, don't it? I've been seeing quilted jackets more often this winter and also last year, and I don't think I realized that there was a transition where quilted jackets became chic and didn't immediately remind everyone of grandma house coats. Vintage house coat. Yes! This is what I'm talking about. That's what it gives to me. Oh, this one's cute. I love this color, and the pattern of the quilting looks like waves. Oh, and look at the satin trim too. I can't wait until I'm 75. Here's the thing, I know I'm gonna be such a fun old lady. On Halloween, I'm gonna fake like I'm giving kids boxes of raisins. And then I'm gonna be like, just kidding, here's some mini Snickers. I'm not sharing my raisins with anybody. Because I don't buy regular raisins. I buy the good gold raisins. The big fat ones that are all extra sweet. And then you put them in your oatmeal. And then they soak up all the liquid in your oatmeal. So you put it in the fridge the next day. It's like reinflated. Girl, it's so hey. I am in fact sitting here talking about raisins in oatmeal. I'm already 75. Girl, the funnest part of being in my early 30s and all of my friends being the same age is everybody kind of just individually having that moment where there's some really, really mundane aspect of adult life that 10 years ago they would have made fun of somebody for being really excited about, but then they're like, no, that is low-key thrilling. And I get it now. Like, one of my friends bought a new vacuum recently, and it's like revolutionized their life. Like, she's got a pep in her step I've never seen. This is 31. It's like actually killer. I love it. You ever form a new relationship with a hand towel that you've owned for a while? Like, you had it in your house and you would use it for hand towel things, but then all of a sudden you discover wait, this is actually so good at cleaning up spilled maple syrup from the oatmeal, right? For whatever reason, the weave is uniquely situated to... I'm still doing it. Actually, you know what? Speaking of absorbency, something else that things like quilted coats always remind me of is those old commercials for quilted northern toilet paper with the 3 cartoon ladies stitching toilet paper together. Girl, obviously, I mean the ladies from the commercial. There's my girls.
Lint brushes to prove which bathroom tissue leaves less lint.
These divas.
I don't want that on me. But Quilted North.
Girl, I didn't know you could clock competing companies by name in your commercial. The unbridled, high-octane capitalist commercial space of the early aughts. They were not pulling punches! I loved these commercials because as a child, I really respected the pride that they took in their work, even though they are literally making toilet paper. Like, the purpose of all that quilting was to ensure maximum ass-wiping efficiency. And they didn't have a hint of embarrassment about it. Good. Okay, let's actually look at the clothes again. Real talk though, I would sit here and watch like vintage commercials for an hour and just like riff. Would you guys watch that? Girl, I'd pull up all those Yoplait commercials from the early aughts and just talk about how traumatizing they all were. That raspberry cheesecake one from 2012 still sends a shiver up my spine. Anyway, I think I'd like this jacket more if it had a collar. I think that might be it. Something about collarless jackets, they just kind of remind me of hairdresser capes. But this one, because it's quilted, it reminds me of those covers you put on your car before a storm so your windshield doesn't get annihilated by hail. You know what, though? Let me find something nice to say about this. I will say I love this color, both because I love green, as we all know, and because the shade name being Kalamata. Also, the general boxiness of this jacket. I mean, like, girl, look at it. This would make for a perfect low-effort stuffed olive Halloween costume. Yeah, no, it's like the kind of scaled back casual costume that you might need if you're like a teacher dressing up for the day, or you want something a little festive but still warm to take your kids trick-or-treating. Oh, wait, like if you're a mom and you could wear this and a little red hat to be your pimento, and you could dress your baby up as a little shrimp. Or, wait. Or I guess like dress your baby as like a bottle of vodka. That might make more sense with the olive. Or I guess gin, depending on how you like your martinis. I don't know why my mind immediately went to shrimp. I think I was thinking of like light hors d'oeuvres, like a bowl of olives and also shrimp cocktail. That's why you're the olive, your baby's shrimp. Anyway, ugly jacket. Let's move on. ASOS design, curve coal flat, riding knee boots in black with trim. Okay, and then we have another colorway. Oh, but it's suede. I think this is faux suede. I think this is also pleather. Let me look. Other materials, thermoplastic polyurethane. Thermoplastic polyurethane would be a great name for like a harsh noise band. No one take that. I'm going to learn how to play harsh noise music, and then I'm going to name my band Thermoplastic Polyurethane, and if any of you steal it, I'm suing. Everything I've ever said in a window shopping video is copywritten, by the way, just so you know. Okay, you know what? Objectively speaking, as in addition to being copywritten, all of my window shopping opinions are also objective facts. There's nothing wrong with these boots. They're fine. They're black leather boots with a gold accent. And they're super wearable, I assume, because they have a flat heel. Yeah, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. In fact, I'm sure that many of your own boots that you own in your personal house look just like these ones. My issue that I have with these boots that I'm going to get into is entirely my own absurd delusions. My issue with these boots, and with boots similar to it, because there were a couple of other ones, like this one is similar. I cannot embrace riding boots or any calf or knee-high boots that have flat heels like this because I take them too literally. Whenever I see them, I can't stop myself from thinking of animal husbandry. Images of livestock flood my brain. Suddenly I hear horses whinnying, goats scampering in their pens, pigs laying about in the mud, sheep nuzzling their lambs. A cow limps towards me. Her name is Brunhilde, and she's got something stuck in her hoof. again. A bright-eyed and energetic Holstein heifer. Brunhilde has an adventurous soul, and she's always exploring where she shouldn't. I can't really blame her. I pull on my mud-caked ASOS design curve coal flat riding knee boots in black with trim, hook Brunhilde into the hoof trimming chute, and get to work. Cut to an hour later, and she's got a block on her hoof, scampering. I already used the word scampering. Cavort. Can a cow cavort? Sauntering? Yeah. Brunhilde's sauntering off, and I'm sitting down with a glass of, what do farmers drink? Milk. A glass of fresh milked milk, watching the clouds roll by on my farm because I'm a farmer. These boots make me think of farmers. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Wait. That's crazy. The gold accent even looks like the handle of a bucket. Like the kind of bucket that you would use if you're milking a cow. I want to talk about this one now. ASOS Design curved dropped sleeve maxi dress in chocolat. I like this. I like the keyhole in the back. I love a little keyhole. I think they're romantic. This, I think, sits at a really nice place between being elegant but also being casual. Like, this looks comfortable, but it doesn't look comfortable. You know what I'm talking about? I like it a lot. Is there another colorway? Can I see it? Oh, shit. That's nice. Oh, God, I love green. And she's serving, too, as she should. I think rich chocolate brown like this one is really underrated as a color. I think a lot of people shy away from it because it seems like boring or unflattering or hard to wear. And they pick something like beige or tan or... oh girl, what's that other beige type color? Ecru. They pick those colors when they want to wear something that's neutral, but they don't want to wear black. I think that everybody needs to be a little bit braver and open their hearts to chocolate brown. That's what I feel. When I first clapped eyes on this, like when I first zoomed in on this texture shot right here, I was like, oh, this puckering kind of reminds me of snakeskin after it's been shed. And then I thought, oh my God, imagine a dress that is made out of actual shed snakeskin. And then I thought, dang, that'd have to be a really big snake for its shed skin to be big enough to wear as a dress. And then I thought, well, they have snakes that big. Like anacondas are that big. And then I thought, ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. I thought, haha. What if there was an episode of Gilligan's Island where Ginger, I think, is the glamour puss character, she's Ginger, right? So what if Ginger used shed anaconda skin to make a fancy gown? Because as I said, she's a glamour puss. And then I thought, wait, were they even stranded somewhere where there might be giant snakes like an anaconda? What is the ecosystem? What's the bioatmosphere of the island of Gilligan's Island? And then I realized I don't actually know where Gilligan's Island took place, because when I was a child and I sometimes saw syndicated reruns of that show on TV, I assumed it took place in New England because I was really little and the only body of water I'd ever seen was like the Boston Harbor. Well, I thought they were just stranded on like George's Island or something. And then I thought, well, you know, why couldn't they just swim home? Because I didn't realize. There were only 98 episodes of Gilligan's Island? That's crazy. I don't know. Oh, okay. That makes sense. An uncharted island somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, that might be hard to swim home from, for sure. ASOS Luxe Curve Boucle off-the-shoulder mini dress with pleated skirt and bow in black. The bow is clearly in the front. Boucle. Ooh, talk French to him real quick. Boucle. Boucle. Oui, je voudrais une robe avec boucle, s'il vous plaît. Merci beaucoup. Bisous. Mwah, mwah. Michael Boucle. This is so unfestive of me, but I think the bow kind of ruins the dress. It's so floppy. I guess you could probably starch it. Could you starch it? What is that? Like poly organza? It's all lopsided. I'm not into it. It's a little over-designed with the bow, which is on par with what we've come to expect from ASOS, to be fair. I feel like the different fabrics play kind of awkwardly together. I think the tweed with the boucle, like the rest of the dress, is pretty enough on its own. I like the long sleeves with the off the shoulder. I think that always looks really sexy. I will say though, that as is, it's a little bit fun, walk with me here, because it's at the perfect intersection of cartoony from the bow and the pleating, but also a little refined because of the black and the boucle. It looks a little bit like something that the antagonist of a Hallmark Christmas movie might wear. Like the mean fiance, the mean brown-haired, or if she's really scary, black-haired, yikes, fiance of the bearded, kind-hearted Christmas tree farmer / eggnog sommelier / gingerbread architect / flannel wearing single father / diner owner / undercover elf / youth pastor. She would wear this dress. The girl he's with at the beginning of the movie, who he will inevitably later break up with for the kind-hearted protagonist, who's blonde and wears cream sweaters and skinny jeans with brown leather ankle boots, and is returning to her sleepy hometown for the holidays, not expecting to find true love under the tree on Christmas morning. That's this outfit. The girl who gets dumped because she doesn't believe in the power of Christmas enough. And her dress will absolutely get ruined at the end of the movie by getting like cookies and milk spilled on it, or accidentally sitting on a fruitcake, or slipping on some wrapping paper and falling into the pig pen at the charity petting zoo for homeless orphans that the male and female lead have spent the movie putting together while they're falling in love, you know, something similarly lighthearted and cartoonish. I was almost thinking like, oh, she could get hot chocolate spilled on her dress, but like getting a hot drink spilled on you can be really, really dangerous. And that's a little violent for a Hallmark movie. That's more of a Lifetime movie thing. Although actually, if it was a Lifetime movie, she would get hot chocolate spilled on her dress and then start screaming and then run into the street and get hit by a car. I love Lifetime movies. They're so scary. Sometimes Eric Roberts is in them and then they're really scary. This is the kind of stuff they wear on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Santa buddy. Pride of Canada, Michael Bublé. Miss Selfridge velvet collar mini dress in black. This outfit, like, I like this dress. As you know, I love to dress like Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Like, I love a little collar like this. I love black. I love a little Wednesday Addams Goody Proctor moment, for sure. This is a little ridiculous in terms of styling, is it not, ASOS? It's like when you're in a production of The Crucible at 7, but you agreed to go fly fishing with your dad at 8. What is this? Oh, I love a tiered dress like this. This is pretty. If I wore this dress, I'd look like a blood-soaked doily. Like if there was a serial killer from Dexter who was also a grandmother. This would be like my signature. At every crime scene, I would leave behind a little blood-soaked doily. And that's how they know that Granny Stab'ems had been there. Oh, there's other colors. Pass, smash, smash. Okay. Oh my god. This is why I can't look at straight size stuff on ASOS. Ugh, finally. I am so tired of house cats just freeloading, never contributing to the household, never making anything of themselves. Certainly not around the holiday season. But now, cats have finally taken some action, and they've decided to give back. This is the world's first mass-produced women's sweater made entirely out of shed cat fur. And based on its awkward proportions, what is happening with this collar? It's hitting at the worst possible place, everywhere it could possibly hit. It must have been made by those same cats. That's incredible. And don't worry, they didn't have cats working the sewing machines. They didn't actually sew this together at all. The cats glued all the pieces together with churro treat. That's gross. That's disgusting. I didn't even want to finish saying that. Ew. Oh my god, let's look at cats. Guys. Oh my god. This is AI, so Whoever made this picture, die, I guess. Of all of the things to AI generate a picture of, we needed AI generated pictures of cats. That's like the one, the internet is literally and has always been known for being full of pictures of cats. This doesn't even make any sense. Why is this kitten so much smaller than this one? Oh my God, that is so stupid. Licorice kitties. Oh my God. Hello. Hi, everyone. Meow. Oh, look at this one. Hi, kitty. ASOS Design Curve Soft. I don't know why I put so much emphasis on curve. Do you ever just lose track of what you're saying in the middle of a sentence? ASOS Design Curve Soft Tailored Trench in Charcoal. This is a perfectly fine coat, but the reason I wanted to talk about this is, well, as you guys know, I consider myself to be a little bit of a cinephile. A film babe, if you will. And I happen to know that there's a piece of really interesting film history behind the scenes of this outfit. This coat was actually designed for a special edition unreleased director's cut of the film Glengarry Glen Ross, wherein there's a scene where Al Pacino's character is trying to sell a property to Inspector Gadget. In the end, they couldn't get the rights, and David Mamet thought the scene bloated the film, so they took it out, but they didn't want to waste the coat, so they sent it to ASOS. Unfortunately, it would have violated copyright to keep all of the gadgets in the coat and then sell it. So they took all the gadgets out of the coat, and now it's just a coat. But isn't that totally real story so interesting? Okay, so I was first initially going to be mean about this being an ugly skirt, and then I realized it's not actually an ugly skirt. It's a really ugly dress. Wow. What a twist. Look at the fray on it. Why? With a black turtleneck on top? A black ribbed turtleneck at that? I guess this is good if you've been looking for a dress that looks like you were wearing a turtleneck but forgot to put on bottoms, so you went to a park and found a family eating at a picnic table and pulled the tablecloth out from under their food like a magician and wrapped it around yourself. But only if you were looking for that specific look. Oh my God, this is like the olive coat, but as a dress with even more bafflingly oversized sleeves. Perfect. This is great because, like, you can buy both this and the olive coat and really commit to your olive costume, but you don't have to wear a jacket inside, like if you go to a Halloween party, after you put your shrimp and or vodka and or gin baby to bed. Moms party too. Moms party harder sometimes, as they should. Ooh. This is like Tetsuo the Iron Man, but haute couture. I love when a dress has these dangly jellyfish tendrils, too. It seems like it would be so inconvenient to wear in your life, but I can't deny the way it features is very fun. This video doesn't have any sound, which is unfortunate because this dress looks like it would make noise. I know these aren't actually metal, and it's just little shiny plastic pieces, and we've talked before, and I think it was one of the Anthropology window shoppings about the dangers of plastic sequins on dresses. And suddenly, neither you nor your dance partner realize that there is a small but growing pile of chocolate plastic fish scales that have fallen off of your dress. You lose your balance and you slip. And the waiter falls. The tray of drinks falls with them, short-circuiting the motherboard. One of your fellow dancers is on fire because the light-up dance floor panel they happen to be standing on exploded. However, wouldn't it be fun to have a dress that has actual metal coins attached to it and it's just loud as hell anytime you go anywhere? I'm gonna do some Foley artistry for you real quick. My forehead got sweaty. You're at a party and you're in this dress and someone asks you to dance and you say yes and you walk up with them to the floor and they twirl you. What a romantic evening this is. What? Do you want to go back to my place? I have Cards Against Humanity. What? You've heard of SpongeBob Big Guy Pants, okay. But what about Sponge Guy big pants. Okay. You cannot convince me that these pants did not begin their life as a parachute. Oh, this rocks. I think this is loud. Please let this be loud. Does the video have sound? What the hell? ASOS, put sound in these videos. I want to know if I could wear these clothes in a library or if I'd get kicked out. I love this skirt. I think this is Gorgina Aguilera. Oh my god, I love it. I think this is so cool. Curve Futurist sequin fringe hem midi skirt in silver tone from Arrange. Ooh! We'll just... Oh girl, wait! Oh my lord. $259. Sure. No, yeah. No, because... No. I mean, I want artists and designers to get paid ethically for their work, of course. Be pretty hypocritical of me not to with all the critiques I make on fast fashion in this series, right? No, I can't spend $259 on a skirt. No, I can't. I won't. 10% off? Oh boy. Well, now that changes things. Let me just put this in my legs. This looks like something Ariana Grande would have worn to sing Santa Tell Me on Good Morning America in 2014. This next Christmas, I'm not alone. Okay, so in this listing, what's actually being advertised is the jeans. I don't want to talk about the jeans. We've talked about barrel jeans before. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but they're more or less harmless. I want to talk about this top. Is there like a shop there we go. Girl, this looks like surgical scrubs, but in a hospital that exclusively operates on Birkin bags. Wait, I like this. This is cunty. I love these big sleeves. I do like the nipped in waist. This is $259 too? Girl, what the hell is up with me today? This brand Arrange, I guess I'm into. Oh no. My size is in stock. I'm gonna put this in my legs too. I think we might be good for today. I didn't find the dress of my dreams, although this one's cute. This looks like the disco ball at Pickle Prom. I'm gonna put this in my legs too. Going crazy! Santa, tell me if he's really there. Oh my god. Girl, where was this dress when I was trying to dress like a blood clot on Halloween? Curve high-necked paillettes sequins fringed hem maxi dress in Merlot. Yeah, I can see that. I like that they show the model seated because they know your first question about this dress is, can you sit in this sumbitch? Damn, that is all over. Girl, I mean, this is so chic. Like, I love it. I do. Couple things about it. Number one, God, it's like the darkness of the sequins overlapping over each other makes it so that you can really only see the red at the borders. It like the dress has this aura of red. This is kind of killer. I love this. I'm not obsessed with just the black collar sticking out above everything. I think the collar should also be Merlot. I don't know why we're switching up the color here. Imagine the sounds this one makes. Everywhere you go, you're gonna sound like somebody shuffling a deck of cards. That's so fun. I actually really, really, really like this dress. I would never have a reason to wear it unless I was going to some sort of blood-themed gala, I guess. I want to see her twirl in it so bad. Why does this one not have a video? What the frick? Let me just get a look. I feel like I have to size up in this one, right? I just imagine. I'm gonna end the video on a victory. Oh my god. This is crazy. I feel like ASOS kind of perfectly sits at the intersection of quirky and normal that I do too with my personal style, and I think that's what keeps me coming back there. I've been shopping at ASOS since I was like 18, and I do it less often now because most of the shopping I do is secondhand shopping, but also a non-zero number of my secondhand dresses are from ASOS originally. So even when I'm doing it outside of ASOS, they still find their way into my heart. Isn't that special? Isn't it? Is it? Whatever. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Window Shopping. And don't forget to use code NACYPISA for 10% off at your local blood bank and/or clothing store. I love you so much. Goodbye.